The F-Stop Ajna 37-liter backpack, unboxing and 1 year in review. Unboxing the Ajna, I was pretty surprised. They threw this nice little backer sheet in there so that if you accidentally cut through a little too deep with your blade, hopefully you're not getting any of the product. I ordered up their Master Bundle with the Ajna, so it came with this Pro small pack, which honestly in the last year and a half I haven't hardly used that. I've fit some gear in it, but it has really not been in the pack much. Master Bundle also came with the Slope Medium. I've used this a couple of times, but it doesn't fit my longer wildlife lenses very well, and I can only fit one camera body with those lenses, so that one doesn't see a lot of use. This accessory pouch, large, I've actually used that a lot in travel to store hard drives and SSDs and card readers. My rain cover, I have other rain covers that are a little more robust and that get a beating, so I haven't used that rain cover much, though it does work just fine. The packing cell kits, they're sized to fit the backpack specifically, but I usually don't end up putting them in my backpack. They usually end up in my suitcase or my other luggage. So those cell packs aren't really useful. I do really love the Pro Large insert. That's spent the most time in my bag. It fits my Sony 200-600 lens, 2 cameras, 70-200, 24-70. So that's really been a go-to for me. I like these gear straps, Gatekeeper I think they're called. I like those. I haven't put a whole lot in them. Foam pads, maybe a Gorilla Pod, small packs for glass filters, that sort of thing. I really like this case that they ship the backpack in. Keeps the backpack straps all together. Keeps everything from getting dusty and grimy, as it's moving around the warehouse. I actually use that same bag when I'm traveling. If I'm doing road trips, I actually put my pillow in that black bag now. The bag shipped a little flattened out. Not the end of the world. It all kind of comes back into shape. Really like the color, like the finish of it. It's got some nice loops for throwing your trekking poles in and all that good stuff. The back of the pack, they throw a little insert in there that shows you how to put the inserts into the bag and some of like the strap setup, just kind of your 101 to get the backpack up and running. And it's nice that it's not held on with tags or glue or anything, it's just kind of inserted under the strap. Easy to get that out of there. So with the pack, I added the large insert and put a bunch of gear in there, and I took it out for a test. I walked a trail local to my house. It's about a 4-mile loop total, all paved. And I had probably about 15 pounds, maybe 20 pounds worth of gear in there, and 4 miles was about the max for me to do with that. My shoulders were starting to feel the straps biting in a little bit with that much weight and that kind of mileage. And now keep in mind that's 4 miles flat, no elevation. And taking my 200-600 and camera out of the pack really eased the weight off of that. In February, I took a trip to Hawaii and took my pack as my carry-on with all of my camera gear. You can see on the left there, that's not maybe exactly how I had it on the trip, but pretty close to. And then on the right is sort of the condition of the pack after 10 days in Hawaii of hiking. Trekking poles stayed nice and situated the whole time. They got some nice straps on there. They're easy to access. I could have somebody pop them off the back for me without needing to take the pack off. Everything stayed put pretty well. The pack ride's a little low. I wish the straps were a little lower on the pack so the pack would sit a little bit higher on my back. It feels like the weight carries a little bit too low for me. I know the pack is actually made more for rock climbers, mountain bikers, and so if you're wearing a helmet, it's maybe beneficial to have it that low. I hiked a lot with the hydration pack, which a lot of people didn't seem to do in other reviews. I actually really like the hydration pack setup, though it could use a little bit more waterproofing in that pouch. I use a dry bag, and I'll add on to the end here of how I put the dry bag in with the hydration pack. Overall, some of our longer hikes, we hiked, maybe about 8 to 10 miles through some pretty rough country with the pack, and By the end of it, I was feeling it. I was looking for excuses to take my pack off. Anytime we took a rest, I was taking my pack off because those straps are just so thin. It holds all my gear really well. It protects it really well. The waterproofing is fantastic. I didn't actually have too much trouble with water bottles falling out of the side, maybe a couple of times over the course of 10 days. But the pack really performed well. Really, my only complaint was even after a couple hours ride home, after taking the pack off, I had some redness on my shoulders where those straps were just biting in. I really love the Ajna. I think it's a great design on the pack. I wish they would just do another variant with the straps set a little lower and a little bit thicker. When I was looking to purchase this bag and doing research, I really couldn't find much information about the hydration system and how it actually worked in the bag. It's pretty simple. There's a Velcro loop at the top and an elastic pouch that sits a little ways below the top of the large insert. I found that the easiest way to set your hydration pack up is to kind of set it up backwards and start out on your strap, run the hose through any loops and then into the bag because the bite valve is kind of too hard to work the other way around. Just a generic hydration pack that I ordered off of Amazon, and then I put it into kind of just a simple dry bag. I wanted another level of protection between my camera gear and the hydration pack itself in case of any leaks. The insert and the bag should be fairly water resistant already, but a little dry bag on there just was a little reassurance for me. There was a plastic clip at the top of that cross member from the factory on the hydration pack, and I took that off so that the Velcro loop on the bag could just slide right through that closure at the top of that. Then it's just a matter of kind of tucking the bag down and closing the top.